And we are live. Okay, let me double check on the stream on YouTube because something always has to go wrong. All the time. Let me see. And we are live. Okay, it sounds alright. Okay. Alright, let me just exit out of this thing. Okay, so today I'm just gonna be editing a project that I'm gonna post on YouTube on this channel. Not sure when. I'm actually not too sure how long it's gonna take me to edit this thing. Because I still need to edit the audio and stuff. But let me just pull this project up. Alright. So basically this thing is like kind of like what do they call it? Kind of like not so much as an audio project, but like it has visuals too. So yeah. So something I want to note really quick is that I did not make any of this visual stuff here. None of these pictures. And this was created by what's the name of it? Midjourney. And I know there's a lot of controversy going around it, but it's pretty cool. And as long as I'm not making money off of this or anything, and I'm not claiming any of this work is mine. So I think it should be fine. I kind of postponed this because I wasn't too sure if I should go along with it or not. But I got the voice lines already, and I'd rather post it rather than having those actors not have their work kind of wasted in a way. And yeah, I've actually managed to get some actors for this, and they're really kind enough to lend me their voice, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So let me look for some of the files that I need. Ah, shit. I actually forgot to put my voice files in the drive. Let me just pull it up really quick. So I think they sent it on mine. Let me look at the script. So this story is actually a story that I had written some time ago. I actually have it posted on my website. So it's not... What am I doing? Why am I in my drive? So it's on the Google thing. Oh yeah, I was looking for the script. Okay, script. Oh, by the way, I don't have a camera today because I didn't have time to shower today, and I look like a mess. So I'd rather just have it like this. Let me see. Okay. So Gabriel, who's showing up in this scene? I'm gonna do it scene by scene, I think. So in this scene we have Gabriel, which is the sun. We have Rose. Okay, I think I have their lines somewhere. Let me check the downloads folder. Downloads folder. Let's see. It's gotta be here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah, I have Rose's lines. I should probably put all this in a folder so I won't lose it. I have it all over my PC. So folder, drag that thing over here, rename it. Actually, I think I have a folder for that already. Where did I leave it though? Memento Mori. Memento Mori. It's not in the... Is it in the documents? Is it? Memento Mori. Starts with an M. Memento Mori. No, it's not here. What? Oh, it's this thing right here. Okay. So I'll put create another folder for this thing and name it to voice files. And I put the raw voice files in this thing. And where did the other one go? Oh my god. I lost it already. Where'd it go? I didn't delete it, did I? No. Oh. I just had it. Something weird about my PC is that it tends to delete stuff. Or I probably just... Oh, there it is. Not delete, it like moves everything. Automatically. So... move that file to the voice files. Okay. So we have Rose Walker. And it is played... Rose Walker is played by Justine Leah. Okay. Also, I'm gonna put the voice actors' social media and stuff. I think I have their social media. Pretty sure. On the description box. And then after this. Okay, so we have Rose, and then we have... who's the next one? Oliver, the son. I really should have just organized everything beforehand. Oliver. I'm on the wrong email. Oliver. Oh, I forgot it's probably through Discord too. Oliver. Do I have Rose's lines? And then I have so many people messaged in the thingy here. Oliver. Oh, here's Gabriel. I'm gonna download Gabriel's lines. And then I'm gonna put these lines and Memento Mori in the voice files. It's probably not showing up on screen because I have the other program open right now. Plus I'm kind of like accessing DMs and stuff, so I'd rather not show them. And then after that, it's Oliver, Rose, and Gabriel. So where's Oliver's? Oliver... I don't think he messaged me through Discord, did he? Let me just move this thing over here. No. Gabriel... Midjourney. It's not this one. Nope, it's not that one. Is it this one? Oh, it's not that either. Oh boy. I think he sent it through email, actually. Okay, let me see. Yeah, here it is. Oliver. Memento Mori. Okay, let's download these. And put it in this. Oliver. Memento Mori. Right. And then after that, I probably need to get my lines too, and I have them on my other computer, so I need to transfer that right now. Okay. This is actually the first project that I've done with other people, so... Well, probably the second one. I did a comic dub with some other actor, but that was a small thing. This one's a little... It's not too big, but it's a little larger. Okay, so I have those files, so I'll probably drop them in the... Well, actually, I need to edit these files in the Audacity first. So maybe I'll have to make another capture for this, so you can see Audacity. And then, let me move this. Let me see, who do I do first? Maybe the shortest one first? Yeah, let's go with Gabriel's first. Move this over here. Let me make it visible on the stream. Let me add another source. But game capture, display capture. Rename this Audacity. Okay. That's not what I wanted. I put, it's window capture. What the hell? Okay, alright. I knew this was gonna happen! Son of a bitch! I put window capture. What the hell? Okay, let me... So that's getting DaVinci Resolve. Then why is that going away? Why is this... What? Why is Audacity not showing up? Oh my god. Let me delete this. Window capture. Why am I putting display capture? What the fuck? Add new source. Audacity. Alright, there we go. But it's still not showing up. Or is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. There we go. What the hell? Alright. And then let's see. Alright.
I'm fine. Mom. Really?
So there's a couple of lines I need to pick from. But I have to decide. Actually, let me grab my computer really quick. Okay. So it's on my laptop. So I just need to send the files over to my laptop. In the meanwhile, we can listen to these lines and choose which ones we want. So let me look at the script here. Okay. Let me exit this. Oh, that was fast. The computer started up quicker than I thought. All right, let me open up the email. And then go to the Gmail. Or actually, I can just drop it in my drive. What am I doing? What am I doing? And then make this not full screen, because for some reason it won't do it when it's full screen. Open Audacity again. I should probably take a photo, because I have the noise removal thing. The settings saved. Hold on. Open recent. Memento Mori. I didn't put... Oh my god. I knew I did something. I forgot something. That's gonna have to do, actually. Hopefully it doesn't mess up anything. I actually forgot to ask the actors to do that too. To leave a couple of seconds of silence. Ah, oh well. I think it should be fine. Export this as a wave. Narration. Just name it whatever. This is not the most organized I've been at all. So in the future, I definitely have to make this much more organized. Okay, so that should be ready. Drop that file to the drive. Okay. All right. Was there something else in this laptop? Oh, right. I have to look at the noise suppression settings because I totally forgot what they were. So if I go here, I have to open a file. All right. So open this one and then effect, noise reduction. All right. Let me just copy these settings. Let me just take a photo of it. Okay. All right. And then we can exit out of this thing. And then shut that. No, not restart. Come on. Shut down. Yes. All right. Let me put this back. Ugh. All right, so it should be in the settings. I mean, in the drive now. So let me open that up. Let me exit out of this thing because I have it downloaded. Go to the drive. Let me download my lines. I don't know if I edited my lines or not. Okay. Narration. Okay. So actually, I think I probably should do the narration part first. So let me just drag my stuff here. So this part right here. Okay. All right, let's go to the beginning. Let's open up the script. Let me open up my thing. I have so many windows open already. And take this off, and then just listen to the thing. Gabriel heard laughter from outside his window. Rising from his bed, he saw his friends playing a game of hoop and stick in the courtyard. I wasn't too sure how to narrate this, honestly, but I didn't want to go a bit overboard because it's not so much like... I guess it wouldn't match the mood of the story, I think. Gabriel heard laughter from outside his window. So I did edit this thing. Rising from his bed, So I just need to put the... Right. It seemed ages ago since Gabriel had last spoken to any of them. Making sure that his mother would not see him, he swung open the shutters and poked his head. Would not see him. He swung open the shutters and poked his head outside. He tried calling out to them, but the strain in his throat prevented him from doing so. Okay, so I did two of them there. Wait a minute. But the strain in his throat prevented him from doing so. He tried calling out to them, but the strain in his throat prevented him from doing so. So the next one isn't needed that much. So remove that. The group turned a corner towards the market and disappeared from sight. Gabriel sunk back into his sheets. His eyes burned from frustration. None of them had even bothered to visit. None of them had even bothered... Bothered? None of them had even... Oh my fucking... None of them had even bothered to visit. That was gonna be a blooper. Wait a minute. Let me exit this. How do I zoom in? It's a bit different than on my laptop. Alright, so I put it to the 4. None of them had even bothered. None of them had even... Oh. So that definitely is not None of them had even bothered to visit. Maybe I should put music on, because it's kind of too quiet. Let me just turn it down so it won't be too you know. Wait, why do I have it in a browser? It might not match the mood, but
none of them had even bothered to visit. He quickly wiped away his tears as his mother walked into the room. Rose stared at him for a moment, her brows furrowed. Gabriel shook his head.
okay.
He shook his head again, more violently this time.
Okay.
The last time Dr. Charles visited, he had pricked him full of needles. His mother knelt by his bedside and brushed his hair from his face.
Okay.
His eyes were sunken, and his skin felt like rough leather at her touch. She vainly attempted to dispel the dread building in her chest. The treatment hadn't affected him in the slightest. The treatment hadn't affected him in the slightest.
So I messed that line up.
The treatment hadn't affected him in the slightest.
That's fine. Why don't I do it again?
The treatment hadn't affected him in the slightest. The treatment hadn't affected him in the slightest. The treatment hadn't affected him in the slightest.
I think one of my issues as a voice actor is that sometimes I read a line, it sounds really bad for some reason, and then I do it again and it sounds like the same. And the more I do it, the worse it gets, the worse it sounds. When in reality, it's pretty much like when I go back to listen to it, it sounds exactly the same. So I guess I hyper focus on it too much.
The treatment hadn't affected him in the slightest. Gabriel wanted to protest but hadn't the energy.
And that's the thing, if
Familiar-
you hyper focus on it too much, it's just gonna be bad.
Gabriel wanted to protest but hadn't the energy.
Okay.
The familiar bouts of pain erupted in his stomach again. He sunk into himself, clenching his mother's hand for support. It was all she could do for him. As the episode subsided, something warm and wet spilled down his leg. Gabriel tried to cover himself to hide his embarrassment, but Rose quickly drew the sheets off of him and carried him from the mess.
I think the audio portion is gonna be hella difficult, honestly, because they're really easy for like, I guess doing for one person, like for me. But if I have to do it for like multiple people, it has to sound consistent, and I've never done that before.
She removed his undergarments and wiped away the excrement with a rag she found in the kitchen. Gabriel simply nodded, looking away from his mother. When she was finished, she dressed him in a fresh set of clothes, then gathered the sheets to wash outside. She was startled by the sudden appearance of her husband at the front door.
Sounds fine so far.
His face paled when he noticed the stained cloth in her hand. His face paled when he noticed the stained cloth in her hand.
Wait, that sounds.
His
the same.
face paled when he noticed the stained cloth in her hand. His face paled when he noticed the stained cloth in her hand.
I guess the first one's okay.
She fought back tears of anger as she ran the water pump outside. The color was no different than the one staining the sheets. He was certain someone would be able to treat Gabriel. They were in London. Apothecaries practically littered every corner of the city.
I still can't say that word right for some reason. Wait. Apothecaries. And when I was reading the line, I wrote this story myself, so I have no idea why I'm having trouble reading it. But every time I did this line, I said apothecary. Now I'm saying it right. It was I forgot how I said it, but it was completely different, and no matter how many times I did it, I said it wrong.
Rose shook her head. It had been years since either of them had spoken to their families. When Rose's mother had learned she had conceived a child with an Englishman, her Irish relatives were quick to disown her. Her Irish relatives.
Said it all wrong.
Her Irish.
Huh?
She's.
Delete that.
Silence. She'd forgotten. Oliver's father had sacrificed his family for work once already. To believe he would offer assistance to a grandchild he never even met was foolish. Gripped with emotion, she sank her head into his chest. She sank her head into his chest.
Delete that.
She wanted to see Gabriel play amongst his friends again. She wanted to see him grow, to mature, and to hear him talk endlessly about the things that caught his interest.
I probably edit like the pauses in between in the program.
She wanted to see him get married someday and have children of his own. No matter what path he'd take in life, or whom he loved, she wanted to be there to see it. But now that future was a haze of uncertainty. Hearing his mother's sobs, Gabriel walked into the room to find his parents in an embrace. His father knelt down to kiss him on the cheek. While Gabriel...
Wait, what?
His father knelt down to kiss him on the cheek.
Oh.
While Gabriel had often received affection from his father, it was rare to ever see him cry. It was rare to ever see him cry.
Wait a minute, that's...
It was rare to ever see him cry. It was rare to ever see him cry. It was rare to ever see him cry. It was rare to ever see him cry.
That's the thing about hyperfocusing again. I can't tell the difference anymore. Alright, so that's the second one. Okay. So let me apply noise removal. Oh, I'm zooming in. How do I zoom out again? I have to go to the thing. Zoom out. Why didn't I not bind that to a key? I was too zoomed out. So the longest silence is right here, I think. Or this one. That should be fine. So effect, noise reduction, get noise profile, and then effect, noise reduction, and where are the settings that I took a picture of? Holy moly. Alright. So the first one is 20 for the noise reduction. And then the next one is 8.5. And then 12. And then okay. Alright. And then
Gabriel heard laughter from outside his window. Rising from...
let me actually mute my mic really quick.
Gabriel heard laughter from outside his window. Rising from his bed, he saw his friends playing a game of hoop and stick in the courtyard. It seemed ages ago since Gabriel had last spoken to any of them. Making sure that his mother would not see him, he swung open the shutters and poked his head outside. He tried calling out to them, but the strain in his throat prevented him from doing so. The group turned a corner towards the market and disappeared from sight.
Okay. Yeah, so it's fine.
Gabriel sunk back into his sheets.
You know, now that I think about it, I actually might have to do this off stream because I have to listen to the audio, like for the pauses and for like clicks and stuff. So I can't really do that on stream. I have to listen to it carefully. Yeah. Maybe I can choose the lines today and then probably do that next time. And then I think after I do all the audio editing, then I can do another stream where I put everything together. I should have probably done that, yeah. But I already started the stream, so. So let's save this as narration. Okay, yeah, save it there. All right, so we'll get to this later. Let's do Oliver's next, and let's pick his lines. Yeah. Ugh. Let me look at the script. And let's give it a listen.
What happened? What happened? What happened? Again. But the doctor said she would... What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Where's the script at? Yeah, I think the last one is okay. So let's delete
What happened? Again. But the doctor said she would... Again. But the doctor said she would... Again. But the doctor said she would... But the doctor said she would... Again. But the doctor said she would...
Actually, wait a minute. Since I like this line better.
And what happened? What happened?
So let's delete the first one. Because if I keep this one in and then there's another pause here, it's gonna sound a little out of place.
Again. But the doctor said she would... Again. But the doctor said she would...
So we keep the last one?
Again. But the doctor said she would... Perhaps we can find another doctor. 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 Perhaps we can find another doctor.
Let me look at the script. Perhaps we can find another doctor.
Perhaps we can find another doctor. Perhaps we can find another doctor. Perhaps we can find another doctor?
Yeah, I think the last one flows better too. You know, honestly, I think this probably might not be the most entertaining stream, but I think you guys will probably enjoy it once everything's put together. I'm actually pretty excited about it.
What other choice do we have? We can't afford to go anyplace else, Rose. What other choice do we have? We can't afford to go anyplace else, Rose. Do you really believe that that man would... What other choice do we have? We can't afford to go anyplace else, Rose. What other choice do we have? We can't afford to go anyplace else, Rose.
I like the first one. Okay.
Do you really believe that that man would consider ever helping us? Do you really believe that that man would ever consider helping us?
Those are pretty good. Both of them.
Do you really believe that that man would consider ever helping us? Do you really believe that that man would ever consider helping us?
Ooh, this is a tough
Do you
one.
really believe that that man would consider ever helping us? Do you really believe that that man would ever...
I like the emotion in this one, but I think the other one's a little bit more concise.
I'm sure my mother would agree. 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 I'm sure my mother would agree.
Okay. I like the last one.
I must speak with my father. I must speak with my father. I must speak with my father.
I like the middle one. Okay. Oh, of course. Alright. This always happens when I stream.
This is important. You know.
I should probably always mute my phone when I stream.
This is important. You know I wouldn't be here otherwise. This is important. This is important. You know I wouldn't be here otherwise. This is important. You know I wouldn't be here otherwise. This is important. You know I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Huh.
This is important. You know I wouldn't be here otherwise. This is important. You know I wouldn't be here otherwise.
I think the last one's okay.
Thank you, Clemens. Thank you, Clemens. Thank you, Clemens. Thank you, Clemens. Thank you, Clemens.
Okay, first one's alright.
What's this about a stone? What's this about a stone? What's this about a stone?
Oh, I'm doing all the lines. Oops. Oops. I should have probably done the first ones first. That's fine. Okay,
What's this about a stone? What's this about a stone?
How did I write that? Where is that? I know it's on the third scene. Let me look for it. What's this? I should probably list that a little aggressive.
What's this about a stone? What's this about a stone?
I think the first one fits the best.
Long enough. Long enough. Long enough.
Second one's okay.
This stone is what? Supposedly some magical remedy meant to cure you? This stone is what? Supposedly some magical remedy meant to cure you? This stone is what? Supposedly some magical remedy meant to cure you? This stone is what? Supposedly some magical remedy meant to cure you? How much of your finances? This stone is what? Supposedly some magical remedy meant to cure you? This stone is what? Supposedly some magical remedy meant to cure you? This stone is what? Supposedly some magical remedy meant to cure you?
I like the first one. Okay.
How much of your finances did you waste on this sham? How much of your finances did you waste on this sham? How much of your finances did you waste on this sham? This stone is what? Supposedly some magical remedy meant to cure you? Sham. How much of your finances did you waste on this sham? How much of your finances did you waste on this sham? How much of your finances did you waste on this sham? How much of your finances did you...
I think the last one's okay. It's a little...
This stone is what? Supposedly some magical remedy meant to cure you? How much of your finances did you waste on this sham?
It's a little... Let me look at the script. Okay, I think that's fine. Yeah.
Ironic, isn't it, Father? Perhaps you were the one who belonged in the madhouse for believing in fairy tales. Ironic, isn't it, Father? Perhaps you were the one who belonged in the madhouse for believing in fairy tales.
Sounds okay.
I pray to Almighty God that death comes to you quickly, you bloody bastard. I pray to Almighty God that death comes to you quickly, you bloody bastard. I pray to Almighty God that death comes to you quickly, you bloody bastard.
Ooh, I like
I
that one.
pray to Almighty God.
That was pretty good. Alright, so I think we have those lines. Oh, nice. So let's save this. Save as. Wait a minute. Rename this to Oliver. Oliver. And then save. And then let's do, who's the other one? We're just gonna do a couple characters today. I'll probably do everything else off stream, honestly. Probably quicker that way. And I won't fumble around with everything, you know, with the stream and stuff. Oh, by the way, I will be streaming Genshin, and yeah, that'll be way different than this one, honestly. Rose. Where are lines at? I just had them. Rose. Hey.
What's the matter? Are you in pain? What's the matter? Are you in pain? What's the matter? Are you in pain?
Oh, they're all pretty good. Have to double check with the lines to see how it reads.
What's the matter? Are you in pain? What's the matter? Are you in pain? What's the matter? Are you in pain?
I like the second one. Second one.
What's the matter? Are you in pain? I can call for Dr. Charles if you... 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 Soon. You just need... I can call for Dr. Charles if you... I can call for Dr. Charles if you... I can call for... I can call for Dr. Charles if you... I can call for Dr. Charles if you... I can call for Dr. Charles if you...
So this one sounds like it, because the line is interrupted because the boy, her son, interrupts her by shaking his head. So this one sounds like it's interrupted.
Soon. You just need to get well first. Soon. You just need to get well first. Soon. You just need to get well first. You just need to get well first. Soon. You just need to get well first. Soon. You just need to get well first. Soon. You just need to get well first.
That's good. Good.
It isn't your fault, Musterine. There's no need to apologize. It isn't your fault, Musterine. There's no need to apologize.
Okay.
It isn't your fault, Musterine. There's no need to apologize.
Oh, I like the last one. Oh, there's another one after this, I think.
It isn't your fault, Musterine. There's no need to apologize. It isn't your fault, Musterine. There's no need to apologize. It isn't your fault, Musterine. There's no need to apologize.
Okay, I think the first one's okay. Next one.
He's had another accident. He's had another accident. He's had another accident. He's had another accident.
Yeah, I think the last one fits. Where's the line? Let me double check here. Where did I leave it? He's had another accident. Oh, okay. So, explaining upset.
He's had another accident.
Okay. Alright.
Get better. I thought so too.
Hello! Thank you for joining the stream. Currently I'm just editing some audio for the project that I'm doing. So, I'm just picking the lines here. So this one is for a character called Rose Walker. No, I don't think I actually told the stream what the story is about, but it's basically about an old man, Ernest Walker. Actually, wait a minute, let me look on my website because I wrote the summary there. Probably better since it's more eloquently worded there. So, set in Victorian London, Ernest Walker is an aging railway tycoon suffering from tuberculosis. Upon hearing rumors that an alchemist from overseas had created the Philosopher's Stone, he offers the man half of his life earnings so that he may avoid ever confronting death. So it's about an old dude too afraid to die, so he pays this alchemist to make him live longer. And that's gonna go well. So, wait a minute. Let's get back to it.
Get better. I thought so too, Oliver. But it seems Dr. Charles is nothing but a damned quack. Get better. I thought so too, Oliver. But it seems Dr. Charles is nothing but a damned quack. Get better. I thought so too, Oliver. But it seems Dr. Charles is nothing but a damned quack. Get better. I thought so too, Oliver. But it seems Dr. Charles is nothing but a damned quack.
That was pretty good.
Get better. I thought so too, Oliver. But it seems Dr. Charles is nothing but a damned quack. Get better. I thought so too, Oliver. But it seems Dr. Charles is nothing but a damned quack. Better. I thought so too, Oliver. But it seems Dr. Charles is nothing but a damned quack.
I like that one. It has to match Oliver's lines as well. Which I don't have them up here. Oliver. Oh, it's already open in another window. Okay. Huh. Yeah, it's pretty grim. Especially the rest of the story. You can actually read it on my website. I'll probably post a link. Well, actually, I think the link is already in the description. Nothing but a damned quack. And then he says, this isn't Oliver's. Why is it named Oliver's?
Get better. We mustn't stay here. It's only making his illness worse. Stay here. We mustn't stay here. It's only making his illness worse. We mustn't stay here. It's only making his illness worse. We mustn't stay here. It's only making his illness worse. We mustn't stay here. It's only making his illness worse.
First one's okay. I like the first one.
Your father? He lives in London, yes? You should speak with him. Your father? He lives in London, yes? You should speak with him. Your father? He lives in London, yes? You should speak with him. Your father? He lives in London, yes? You should speak with him.
First one's okay. I like that one.
He's your father, Oliver. That must count for something. He's your father, Oliver. That must count for something. He's your father, Oliver. That must count for something. He's your father, Oliver. That must count for something. He's your father, Oliver. That must count for something. He's your father, Oliver. That must count for something.
I'm kind of torn between these two.
Your father, Oliver. That must count for something. He's your father, Oliver. That must count for something.
I think the first one's okay. Let's go with that one. And then that should be all of Rose's lines. Honestly, the dialogue in this is kind of short. There's more narration than dialogue. So that's why I kind of figured, oh, it'd be pretty cool to have voice actors for this. And I posted an audition call on Casting Call Club. I think Casting Call Club was the name. And people auditioned, and now we have the actors. Which I'll also be posting their social media. I do have their social media, I forgot. I asked them for it. So I'll be posting their names and stuff on the description box.
What's the matter?
So okay, yeah, let's save this. Save project. Save project. Let's name this Rose. Rose. And then the last one we'll probably do today, since I have to go and eat dinner, and what's his name? The little boy, Gabriel. Little baby Gabriel. Well, I think he's a teen. Not a teen, but he's like, I don't know, 8. In my initial draft of this, he was actually way younger than this version. He was a newborn in my first draft, but he grew up to like, I don't know, 8 years old in my final one. So let me drag his lines to the Audacity file. Gabriel. Oh, actually, I should probably do this. And Gabriel.
I'm fine, Mum. Really? I'm fine, Mum. Really? I'm fine, Mum. Really? I'm fine, Mum. Really? I'm fine, Mum. Really?
Ooh.
I'm fine, Mum. Really?
I like the coughs in these, so I'll put the first one.
When can I play outside? When can I play outside? When can I play outside? When can I play outside?
Third one's pretty good. I like the third one.
I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it in. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it in. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it in. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it in.
Second one's pretty good. Third line sounds they're on the verge of dying. Yeah. The boy's pretty sick in the story, so
I'm fine, Mum. Really? When can I play outside?
so it's still a boy. So you want the lines to read like, no wait, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought here. Yeah, I mean the boy's still pretty young, so you want the lines to read not to like, I don't know.
I'm fine, Mum. Really? When can I play outside?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it in.
Oh wait, why is that still there? Okay, so I think those lines are fine. It's pretty short for this character because they don't have that many lines. Play project. Rose. Yes. Not Rose. Gabriel. Save. Honestly, I might as well. Maybe I'll get through all the characters. At least editing it. I have to look for their lines though. So the other one was, I think I'm doing Clemens. Yeah, so we did Oliver. We did Ernest. No, not Ernest. We did Rose. We did Gabriel. Johann. Almon. And Ernest. So 2 characters. And I think they have the most lines in this. Oh, maybe we'll do one more. Let's do Ernest. And I'll do the rest some other time. This is the type of thing that I kind of need to listen very carefully for any clicks and stuff. Because I know that my lines, I definitely had like clicks and pops and stuff that I need to edit out. So that's saved, okay. And then I think the voice actor for Ernest sent me his lines through Discord, which he did. Memento Mori. Ernest Walker, save, okay. Let's drag this to Audacity. Why isn't it not opening? Audacity, Okay. All right.
Johann Halman. Johann Halman. Likewise. Johann Halman. Johann Halman. Johann Halman. Johann Halman. Johann Halman.
Oh. Not too sure which to pick here.
Johann Halman. Johann Halman.
You can hear the name more clearly in this.
Johann Halman. Johann Halman.
I'm a very indecisive person, so when I have to make decisions like these, like creative decisions, I get kind of like, oh, which one should I go with?
Johann Halman. Johann Halman.
Huh. Yeah, let's go with the first one.
Likewise. 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 Likewise.
Okay, the first one. Alman.
Johann Halman.
That's his name, Johann Alman. I think I might have text at the bottom for the thing. Maybe it'll be more visually engaging. And I think probably have their names on the bottom. Kind of like a visual novel in a way, maybe. I still haven't decided yet if I want to make it like that exactly, but I'll see.
Likewise.
Likewise.
In due time. In due time. In due time. In due time.
I know about you mostly for your ASMR voice, acting in Dona. I saw you in the comments of the vid I was watching. Oh yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed the game. It's been, geez, it's been, I don't know, 3 years, 2 years? It's been quite a while since I've actually done that game. But it's really cool seeing people still to this day checking it out and liking it. But yeah, I actually do some ASMR videos on my channel. I think I'm probably gonna do one for Halloween, maybe. I think I'll probably record the session tonight so I can post it tomorrow. Since if I do it the day after, it's probably kind of defeats the purpose. We'll see. We'll see.
In due time. In due time.
Ooh, I'm not too sure about this one. They're both good. In due time. Where's that in the script? In due time, in due time. Johann Alman. Likewise. In due time.
In due time. In due time.
Okay, I think the next one is probably a bit more forceful.
How long will it take? How long will it take? How long will it take?
Oh, okay.
How long will it take? The creation of the stone. The creation of the stone. The creation of the stone. The creation of the stone.
Ooh.
The creation of the stone.
Okay. First one.
Would you care to explain why the stone is not yet finished? Would you care to explain why the stone is...
Wait a minute. Oh. Yeah, okay. I thought there were some lines missing, but apparently... Yeah, it's mostly narration that explains the exit. Okay, alright.
Would you care to explain why the stone is not yet finished? Would you care to explain why the stone is not yet finished?
First one's pretty good.
What sort of complications? What sort of complications?
All the actors did such an amazing job at this, and I'm really lucky to have them on board. I told them it was going to be done last month, but I've been pretty preoccupied with some stuff, and then that whole fiasco with what's it called, AI art. But like, as long as you don't really profit from it, I'm not gonna profit from this thing anyway, because everyone's working on it as like a passion thing. So, but as long as you don't work on it for profit or like claim you actually made the art, then I think it's fine. Just another tool to use. Where was I?
What sort of complications? What sort of complications? What sort of complications?
So how do I write the thing in this one? So... Okay, so he's annoyed. I think the first one's best for that one.
I see. I see.
Okay, the first one's good.
I will offer you everything I own, Mr. Alman, so long as I receive the gift of life. These possessions matter little to me.
Nice, nice.
I will offer you everything I own, Mr. Alman, so long...
People who can do accents and people who can do like voices that are not like their bass voice, I really like those kinds of actors because they have like a lot of versatility. It's definitely something I can't do. Like an old man voice, I can't do an old man voice. I have to really practice at that.
I will offer you everything I own, Mr. Alman. I will offer you everything I own, Mr. Alman.
I think the first one's more intense.
I will offer you everything I own, Mr. Alman, so long as I receive the gift of life. These possessions matter little to me. You told me you will.
Yeah, definitely the first one.
You will. You will.
Okay, so the voice actors for these... Let me look for their names. Because I just started working with them. So the voice actor for this one, for Ernest, is Valiant Shadow. And then the voice actor for Rose Walker was Justine Leah. And then the voice actor for Gabriel was... Where is it? Where did I leave them? Gabriel? Was it through email? I definitely should have told them either one or the other, because I'm just switching between. Okay, Philip C. was Oliver Walker. And then Gabriel. Where did I download Gabriel's lines? Huh. Oh, here it is. So the voice actor for Gabriel was Shingels. I I think. I'm saying her name right. Okay.
You will. You will.
I don't want to cut it too close. Otherwise, there's going to be distortion.
You told me yourself you have a family in desperate need of money. Would you deny them this? You told me yourself you have a family in desperate need of money. Would you deny them this? You told me yourself you have a family in desperate need of money. Would you deny them this? You told me yourself you have a family in desperate need of money. Would you deny them this? You told me yourself you have a family in desperate need of money. Would you deny them this?
Second one's okay. I always get the shock like it happens for the first time when I see brutal men doing very high-pitched, yet non-very cringing voices. Yeah, I think there's a Japanese voice actor that I know. I think it was the voice actor for Venti from Genshin. A lot of people think it's a woman doing the voice, but it's actually a man. Let me look up his name really quick. Venti Genshin Japanese VA. Who was it? He's pretty popular. Murase Ayumu, I think his name is. And a lot of people mistake him for being a woman, but he's actually a man. And he does Venti's voice. I know Venti for the English dub is a woman, but for the Japanese one it's different. When brutal men, like, I'm trying to think if there's any actor I know of that has a naturally deep voice but does high-pitched characters. Can't think of any at the top of my head though. But yeah, it's really cool to have that kind of range. I know I don't have that kind of range. Mine's kind of like in the middle, mid-high. I can go deep a little bit. If you listen to my demo, I kind of do a deep voice, but the only way I can get there is by doing like a kind of like a southern accent. It kind of like puts me in that range. But yeah, the unpredictability is really shocking. It's like when you see an actor and you're like, oh shit, that's actually the actor from this other show. He definitely doesn't sound like him. It's really different in the acting world, because sometimes you have actors that have really high versatility and can play a ton of different characters, but like most of the time, they're kind of like typecast. So an actor is typecast for one specific role that they do really well. They can do other roles depending on like what they audition for, but like a lot of the stuff they're cast in are roles that kind of like fit their natural voice. So it's a lot easier for them to emote and to act with their natural voice rather than kind of like stretching their limits. I think the really versatile actors that have like a huge range are like pretty rare, I think. It's kind of like in the music world with like people who have perfect pitch. It's a lot easier for them to like write music. It's kind of like that for voice acting in a way, where they have really high versatile actors. It just comes naturally to them, I guess.
You told me yourself you have a family in desperate need of money. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? How long were...
The first one.
How long were you listening? 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 That's of no concern to you. That's of no concern to you. You best hold your tongue. 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 Do not compare me to that woman. What I did was for her own good. Do not compare me to that woman. What I did was for her own good. Do not compare me to that woman. What I did was for her own good.
Oh, I like the second one because it has more variety.
Do not compare me to that woman. What I did was for her own good.
What I love most about voice acting is like this is an example. Like as a writer, if you write stuff in the script, you visualize how it's said way differently than how an actor portrays it. So this specific line, it's I was envisioning it in my head much more differently than this one, but the way the actor does it here is like 100 times better than how I was envisioning it in my head. So it's like it's not only the writing, but it's like the interpretation of the actor.
I had assumed it would be a stone, not a liquid. I had assumed it would be a stone.
I hope I don't interrupt your labor with reacting to messages of mine. The chat playing what it deserves. Oh no problem, man, or woman, or no problem. I know my mind's kind of like a bit foggy anyway right now, but thank you for joining the stream at 4 in the morning. That's really early. It's 5 o'clock here for me. Thanks for joining the stream. But no, feel free to chat about whatever you like in the chat. This is kind of like a chill stream, honestly. I'm just editing stuff. I think I'll probably do the editing for like the audio a bit more in depth later, because I really need to listen to the sounds. And I think I'm gonna do a separate stream for the project for when I put everything together. So I'll put like all the visuals and the audio and stuff all in one place. Let me just do that.
I will offer you everything I own, Mr. Amon, so long as I receive.
Oh, I did
Bill.
Right
You
now?
told me yourself. You have a family and desperate. What are you doing here? How long were you listening? Compare me. I had assumed it would be a stone, not a liquid.
That's pretty good.
I had assumed it would be a stone, not a liquid.
Wait, did I skip a line? Okay, no, I didn't. So this is a separate scene here.
How are they now? How are they now? How are they now? How are they now? How are they now?
Okay.
I see. I see.
Okay.
You will receive your compensation as soon as the effects become evident. You will receive your compensation as soon as the effects become evident.
Okay. Second one's pretty good.
It hasn't. It hasn't. It hasn't. It hasn't.
Okay, so where is this line? Not too sure how this one was written. How did I write this one? It hasn't. Okay, so the context for this. Yoan asked him if the stone hadn't worked. Oh wait, Yoan asked him. If the stone hadn't worked, the old man would surely die, along with his brothers in Germany. Okay. So he asks, has your health declined? In his reply,
It hasn't. It hasn't.
okay.
It hasn't.
I like the crack here, so I think I'll keep this one here. Ah, shit. I participated in non-professional voice acting just for fun. Me and my friends. I orchestrated the process of editing in Audacity. My friend had to say what with figurative intonation. I kept saying their name till they shouted at me, "What?" And it was the perfect cut. Yeah. I think if it was live direction, you have like those moments for like, oh shit, yeah, that's perfect. Let's keep that. For this one, it was kind of like self-directed. I had the voice actors read the script, and I kind of put like the feeling it would give off. So like, if the character was gonna read it off angrily, I put in parentheses angrily said, or like hesitant, informing, solemn. So I gave those adjectives for them to work off of. But self-directing is like a whole different thing, and I've never done I think have I? No, I don't think I've ever done self-directing before. I've worked with people who've done self-directing, and it's really tough work, honestly. Having to like keep everything consistent and stuff. So I'll probably do that in the future, maybe, hopefully. It's fun. I actually got the chance to sit in, because I'm doing this other project for a visual novel, and I got a chance to sit in with a casting director and an actor. And it was funny. It was really great hearing the actor act the lines out and seeing the script read out loud.
It hasn't. It hasn't.
So the first one's okay?
Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest.
Also, Audacity is very good for audio editing, so I totally recommend it to anybody who's starting out, or even like professionals. Like, I've heard a lot of professional voice actors use Audacity just because it's so simple. But I think things like, what's the name of it? Adobe Audition, they use that more often in the industry because they have more tools than Audacity. But Audacity is very good. It has a lot of stuff in it, honestly. Plus, it's free.
You will receive your compensation as soon as the effects begin. Yet, not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. It hasn't. In the slightest. Not in the slightest. Meaning what? Meaning what? Meaning what? Meaning what?
Okay.
Meaning what?
Wait, how was this written?
Meaning what?
Actually?
Meaning what?
Huh. I'm not too sure about this one, honestly.
Meaning what? Meaning what?
I wrote dreadful.
Meaning what? Meaning what?
There are two different interpretations of this. Angry, dreadful, or like scared. I wonder if I'm really watching a stream that like probably doesn't exist. Probably I am just a mysterious hallucination in someone's chat. My hallucination?
Meaning what? Meaning what?
Yeah, 2 years ago, I started watching a bunch of streamers, and I was never really into like watching streams, but then I got into like a lot of VTubers, and kind of watched their stuff until like 4 in the morning. So I feel you.
Not in the slightest. Meaning what? Meaning what?
Let's go with the second one.
How could that be? I was supposed to be cured. How could that be? I was supposed to be cured.
First one's okay.
Leave. 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 Leave.
First one's alright. I am a foreign philologist, and nowadays we are taught how to use all sorts of educational software, including Audacity. Yeah, it's a really shit. I keep hitting the table. It's a really useful tool. I use it all the time for like voice acting. I used Audition for a little bit, but Audition has like a learning curve that you have to get used to. It's not as intuitive, but they do have a lot of tools. I think one that I missed that Audacity doesn't have is that you can visually see like I forgot what you call it. The wave, but not like this kind of wave, but like not a heat wave, something like that. I forgot what it's called, but it has that visual thing, and Audacity doesn't really have it.
Leave! Leave. Leave! 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 Leave!
I think the first one was okay. Alright, so we got this all edited. Let's save this. Save it. And we name this Ernest. Save. Okay. Alright, nice. So we have one more character, but I'll probably do that some other time. It's the same length as Ernest's lines, I think. Let me check. So Ernest Walker has 26 lines. Johann Alman has 22 lines. So it's kind of the same, a little less. But it shouldn't be too long to split the lines. And then I'll have to edit the... What do you call it? I have to do the noise removal to make sure there's no noise and any pops or clicks, but I really need to listen to that, so I have to do it off stream. And then again, I mentioned this before, but I'm gonna do another stream, and I'm gonna stream everything while I put everything together on DaVinci Resolve. So I'm gonna put the visuals, I'm gonna put the audio, and the sound effects. I have to look for sound effects as well. Not too sure if I'm gonna use music for this though. I have to see how that works. Probably put music after to see how it sounds, and if it doesn't sound right, then I'll just probably remove it. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it here. I have to go eat some dinner. Thank you for joining the stream. I know it's really late for you, but I really appreciate it. Anybody who joins the stream, I really appreciate it. Just the fact that people find the time to join and out of their busy lives really makes me happy. So I'm gonna do another stream. When did I say? I think it was the 4th. Yeah, on a Friday. So next month on the 4th, I'll stream Genshin Impact, and we'll be rolling for one of the characters. So hopefully you guys look forward to that. And something else I wanted to mention and I forgot. Oh yeah, so the voice actors for this project, I'm hoping to get it done by next month, in the beginning, the first weeks of next month. And I'll post it on YouTube on this channel. And yeah, so I think that should be all for today. So thank you for joining. And I'll catch you later. Bye bye.